I'm Jennifer Angel, these are your stars, Cancer. So the movement in your star chart this week is Venus, which is the planet of love and romance. Also, don't forget that Venus has another side as well. We always look at Venus and say, oh, it's a love goddess, but really, on the flip side of Venus, it can be possessive, jealous, and all that negative side too. So depending on what's happening in your life and how what's happening with the transit of that planet. Now for this week on the 26th, so it's towards the end of the week, next weekend, it moves into Capricorn, so it moves into your solar 7th house. So traditionally, this is the area of your chart, and we're talking about your solar chart here, not your individual chart, that represents love and partnerships and relationships. Now, it's relationships on all levels, but really it's more particular to do with love and intimate partnerships and relationships. So when it comes into there, it's a very good time to meet people, to get out and network. It's one of those periods in the year where love can touch your heart just that little more closely and more deeply. Now, if we switch to a partnerships or relationships on a business level, there is a hard aspect between Venus and Uranus. It sits in your solar 10th house, area of career and business. Okay, so just be careful about communications, particularly that you have with people on a business level. Now, I'm saying particularly because Mercury, the god of communication, goes retrograde this week, so it goes out of phase. Now that's on the 24th. Let me just double check that. Yeah, the 24th, so around midweek. And always the 2 days either side of when a planet goes out of phase or retrograde can be the most unsettling. So this week you really want to be careful that what you do, particularly on a business level, because it's one of those situations where you can say something, you realize that it hasn't gone across quite the way you intended, and the more you say, the worse it gets. So it's like sometimes really the power is in the silence, so it's like the least you say, the better off. So keep that in mind. So altogether, a good week with some challenges. And now most of the planetary activity is sitting in your solar 6th house. You want to be careful with this, and including there's an eclipse, new moon. Venus is in there for the start of the week, and the sun moves in as well. So with all this activity in that position, you want to look after you. Okay, now when I say that, Cancer, I say you want to look after your health and your overall well-being and do what's right for you. It's also a good time to look after or to update, let's say, your outer image as well. So I always like to say, if you look after your inside, then your inner self and your health, it's like you love yourself because you love yourself enough to do what's right for you. And then I always like to think that if you look after your outer self, because let's face it, we're physical beings, but we are living here, spiritual beings rather, we are living here in a physical life. So if you look after your outer appearance, then I always think that's a sign that you actually like yourself, you like who you are. Okay, so those two things are very important, and this week and over the next few weeks and months, that's highlighted for you to just pay a little more attention to you. Okay, have a great week, Cancer. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching. See you next week.